Audience retention can drive your channel to the moon. Not only are they interacting with you, but they're showing YouTube that you are worth interacting with. So that's what we talk about today, how to improve your audience retention rates. Here we go. Hello and welcome back to another video. I am Alan Spicer, and if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel, or push your brand out there onto the second largest search engine on the internet, click subscribe. Start creating. Now you've had it drilled into your head over and over and over again, and they've even made it part of the whole YouTube partnership program. Watch time is the most important thing on YouTube. That is true, but there's no point in getting watch time if you can't retain people. In fact, if you retain them for longer, it's more watch time. So surely you need to learn how to hold their attention and keep them there to ransom by interesting things. Now, before I deep dive into exactly how you can extend your audience retention rates and keep them hooked for longer, I want to know, is there anything that you do specifically to boost your audience retention rates? Is there a way that you structure your videos? Do you ask questions at a certain time? Do you cut in and out? Are you a bit funny? Are you a bit manic? Do you deliberately hype up your intensity? Or do you talk more softly and talk about certain products, knowing that that person will find you and watch you for longer because that's exactly what they're looking for, rather than being vague? Please leave a comment down below. Number 1, are you making talking head footage? Now, in my case, I'm always here, I'm always on camera, and I'm always talking to a camera. But if you're a gamer, I personally tend to find that I will watch for longer if I can see you on a face cam. I can see your reaction. I can see you engaged. I can invest in you. YouTube nowadays is very much personality driven or value driven. So either they invest in you or they invest in the lessons that you are teaching them. I mean, even if you watch SciShow, you might be there pure and simply because Hank Green's teaching you. You're there for his personality and you're willing to listen to him and learn stuff. Matt Centuro for his lists, PewDiePie for his weirdness. So if you're not on camera just for pure fear, then you might be limiting your chances of getting that personal connection and making people want to listen to you for longer. 2, have you considered the structure of your video? There's no point in just bumbling on for 10, 12, 15 minutes if there isn't some kind of pattern that people are used to. I always start my videos with an introduction of what I'm going to be talking about for the video. So when you click on it, you've seen the title, and I tell you that this is a video about audience retention, and then you go, okay, he's going to deliver what I promised because it says audience retention. The thumbnail says audience retention. He's now said audience retention. So he's not telling a lie. I'll watch for longer. I then have a call to action where I ask you a question so you're engaged. Maybe you're thinking about it a bit more. I deliver the body of the video, which in this case is me telling you how to structure your videos or how to gain more audience retention. And then I quickly end it near the end. Why do I quickly end it? Because if I drag my hand off for a whole minute, 10 seconds in, you've kind of guessed I'm saying goodbye, and then you'll drop off, and then there's 50 seconds of retention that isn't there, and YouTube doesn't like your retention graphs just going meh. 3, how do you edit your videos? Well, me, I jump from side to side, I zoom in and out, and I add things on top of my videos. They're B-rolls, they're jump cuts. Why do I do this? Well, if I was just stood here for 7 minutes, only looking at the camera, and I'm erring, and I'm umming, and I'm not jumping around, I can get quite boring. In fact, there's a study saying that most people need to see something change every 5 to 7 seconds to keep engaged. Your brain says, oh, something's changed, I'll keep watching. And me jumping around the screen is a very simple way of doing that. Also, ums and ahs can throw off the flow of your video, make you look less professional, but editing can hold a multitude of sins as well. So learn it, get quick at it, and you can chop down a 10-minute video into 5 minutes of much more engaging content. 4, consider color grading. Now, you can tweak the colors. You can make them more vibrant. You can make them a little more dull. You can put a ring around it so it looks a bit more spooky. Play around in your editing tools. You might be able to set an atmosphere. If you're gaming and it's a horror film, then you might want to have darkness. If it's professional, maybe even medical, you might want it bright light because white is kind of, you know, clean. 5, B-roll. Now, I mentioned this earlier. Now, I could be talking about absolutely anything I wanted to. And although I can help you through a tutorial one step at a time, it would help you much better if whilst I'm talking about do step 1, do step 2, step 3, I also include pictures for click on this, click on that. Or if I'm talking about a skateboarder, why not put in footage of skateboarding? Why is this? Because talking head footage can be quite boring if I can distract you with that rollerblader or those screenshots. You can visualize it a bit better and then you stick around for a little longer. And 6, finally, engaging and audience retention are the same thing. Make sure that you're asking people, that you're engaging them, that they feel part of this video, because I want to know what you think. I want to know what you want to do. I want to know how you can learn. So if I ask you a question, you might be able to help me and then I can help you further. If you ask them about the video, if you ask them about the topic, about that lip gloss, about that game, about how they feel about certain things, they're likely to reply, right? And if they're used to being asked questions at the end of the video, they might hang around to the end of the video to hear that question to then reply. But you can also improve your audience retention rate by using other features like end cards and info cards and subtitles. To learn how to use those, I've done a playlist up here. But that's how you can boost your audience retention rates. For more YouTube tricks and tips, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon so you're alerted every time I go live. Go out there, start creating.